What's up, rhinoceros beetle?
What's up, toter keeper?
Toter keeper? Trapper
Toter
keeper?
keeper, trapper keeper, toter keeper.
I know, we just went for a walk, a night walk. It's 1:15 in the morning and I'm drinking the Red Bulls and I just walked the Todathan.
Did you have a trapper keeper when you were a kid?
Yeah.
I think I was a little bit too old to have trapper keepers.
I'm sure I had several. I can't remember what it looked like, but I'm pretty sure I had one.
I just had paper folders that fell apart at every moment.
And I walked to school a mile in the snow and uphill. And
I actually didn't live that far away from school. I think the furthest I had to walk was a mile.
did you walk from where you... No, you lived in a different house.
Yeah, I lived almost exactly a mile away from my high school. And then it was weird because the house that I grew up in was like 6 blocks away from my elementary school. So I would walk there with my sister. Then we moved and I lived like a half a mile away from my junior high, which was fine to walk. And then my high school was a mile away. So as I got older, I could walk further and it was fine.
I didn't walk to any of my schools. My mom would wake up in the morning after waiting tables all night and drive me to school. And then sometimes she would just yell from her bedroom and be like, "You want to stay home?" I'd be like, "Yup." And then we'd go back to bed.
I would get driven sometimes, but the most of what my parents did in the morning was wake me up because I did not want to wake up to go to school.
No, we are not night or morning birds. We are night owls.
So my dad would kick my bedroom door open and go, "It's showtime!"
Ugh, I would murder somebody.
Or my mom would take a plant watering bottle and mist my face with cold water until I woke up.
No, that would be how my Forensic Files episode starts. Menendez, my own parents. No way. No waking me up. No talking to me too early. No waking me up. I have to do a soft wake up.
Even back then you had to do soft wake up?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Well, no, I don't fucking remember. Let's not talk about school. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Not talking about waking up.
No. I'm drinking Red Bull at 1 in the morning. What do I know about waking up early? Nothing. Clearly nothing. We have to thank our sponsors because I feel like we haven't done it in weeks.
I don't think we have done it in weeks.
I know. AdamBerryApparel.com. Buy spooky hoodies and shirts and virtual meet and greets and
Old Town Roasting, doodle-doo-doo-doo.
buy our What's Up Weirdo coffee blend or any of the other coffees that they have.
And
Sockdogs.com.
that's right.
Where you can make a plushy replica of your pet that's either with us or is a ghost pet, and then you can have them forever. And she made me a pillow of Bean's old bed, which is, I think, something that she's exploring now. So if you want to talk to Stacy, go to sockdogs.com because she's the best.
And she can make you a wombat even if you'd never had a pet wombat.
That's true. She made you a wombat out of nowhere, even though she just made dogs and cats. She's like, boom, here's a wombat.
There you go. Sponsors up at the top. AdamBerryMerch.com, Old Town Roasting, and SockDogs.com.
I also want to do one other thing because I traveled forever and then you were gone for a bit and then home for a bit, but you don't have a car. So we went to our P.O. box and it was me and Katie Webb in the car waiting for you to come back. And you walked out of the post office with a Grinch Who Stole Christmas stack, like a Whoville stack of packages with a big one on the bottom and a teeny one on the top. And you were just like wobbling. We got so many packages, so I wanted to thank the people that sent us stuff. Lindsay Lapin, Chris Borgman, Chris McKenna, and SJ Brick Mojo all sent us really thoughtful stuff, and that was really nice. Toad got a whole box of stuff.
You and Toad, most popular people at our P.O. box.
Yeah.
Tenny, just the old man glue that edits the show and brings in all the knowledge and...
Oh, I have no knowledge.
Well, you've got some.
I have a little.
Your vast wealth of knowledge about quarters.
I know when we went to downtown Royal the other day and we were parking, we had to feed the meter, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, here it comes. Jessica doesn't know what the meaning of coins.
Well, thanks everybody for sending us gifts. They are very wonderful.
Yeah. I honestly never care if I get anything. I just want Toad to get stuff because he thinks every box and package that comes to our house, and when we get one in the car, he thinks it's his, which 80% of the time is not wrong. But I got a package in the mail today and it was makeup, and he was like, "That's not for me, boo."
I just have to think to myself sometimes, I have had a P.O. box since I was 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I think of all of the months and sometimes years when I was like, why do I have this fucking P.O. box? I don't ever get anything ever.
Ever since I've been in the PO box, you get lots of shit, but it comes in waves. I feel like sometimes you'll get like 6 things, and sometimes you'll get like none.
But I mean, I got a PO box when I was 18. I got a PO box for a fanzine that I was doing. So I
Mm-hmm.
got mail for like the 6 months that I did that fanzine. And then I used it for my band and I would get mail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used it for my Japanese toy store, so I would get mail. But then there was a period of time from like after my toy store closed to maybe like 2000, where there was like 5 years where I was just paying the bill and not even going because I knew nothing was there.
What's the creepiest thing you've ever gotten in the PO box or mailed to your own house? Like they found out your address, and you obviously you don't have to say who it's from, but just say what it is. I know some of the things, but I'm sure I don't know all of them.
I've gotten old, freshly worn t-shirt. I've gotten a half-drank bottle of alcohol. I've gotten tufts of people's hair. I have gotten fingernail clippings,
Ah!
open food. Yep, I've gotten a lot of weird stuff.
Lots of love letters.
Lots of, I don't know if they're love letters. They're letters proclaiming love, but what kind of love is that?
I don't know.
Years ago, someone sent me a sandwich.
What?
And by the time I got it, it was no longer a sandwich.
Gross. Gross.
When I had a fanzine, this was a later fanzine, probably in the early 2000s, I had a contest to see if people could send me soup. And I got some dried packets of soup sent to me. But then I also got a letter in my post office box from the post office saying that one of my letters exploded and was full of liquid soup.
That's kind of funny. Just to think of like a padded envelope with a soup in it.
Someone just pouring soup in an envelope.
Gross. I mean, you asked for it. Honestly, though, going to the P.O. box and finding cans of soup in there and like packets of soup sounds really nice. It sounds very cozy.
It was fun and cozy for a little while.
Yeah.
Don't send soup.
Don't send soup. Send Toad toys and vodka only. And candles.
That also makes me think about like the first, like I used my PO box for my like first online buying back in like the, I don't know, late 90s probably. eBay was around in the late 90s, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think I used to buy books off eBay in the late 90s. And I really feel like there were maybe like 1,000 people on eBay at the time.
Yeah, that's when you get that good shit. I feel like it peaked and now it's unpeaked and now we just cherry pick shit.
eBay now it's like when you go to a garage sale and someone just has like 300 bottles of the same type of Avon perfume, and you can tell that they were involved in some kind of multi-level marketing scam, and now they're having a garage sale, but it's just they're trying to get rid of all that shit.
Yeah. That stuff goes bad in like 6 months.
And eBay just seems like that's what it is to me now. It's like people they go on AliExpress, they buy $700 worth of junk, and then they go on eBay and sell it one at a time, saying that it's like really hard to find.
You're hard to find.
I am hard to find.
Oh, Katie Webb, famous Katie Webb from Haunt Me and from doing horror scopes on Instagram and Twitter. She came and stayed with me this past weekend. And Friday, me and her and you went and saw Nope.
Yep.
And me and Katie loved it. Tenny.
It's not for me.
You're so stupid. I haven't seen one bad review for that movie except you.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. Again, I'm glad that people like it and people can like the things that they like. It's not for me.
I know. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a fun ride. It doesn't require too much thinking. You just kind of watch some crazy shit happen, and Daniel Kaluuya is really cute.
I thought all the actors were great. I thought everybody did a great job at what they were doing. Just not for me.
Yeah, that was fun though. And then Saturday. Oh, me and Katie watched the fights all day, and that was sick. Even though the card was boring, I wanted her to get some nasty KOs, and like nothing happened. But anyway, then we went and saw at Smalls, the smallest venue ever. We saw Princess Goes to the Butterfly Museum, which is Michael C. Hall, aka Dexter's band. And we were like 1 foot away from Dexter. We were in the very front row with our legs up against the stage, like, you know, our knees on. It's like a low ass stage. And he's right in front of us saying his cute little songs. And he does this little dance when he gets all into the music, like this crazy, like Scarecrow Man dance. So cute.
Like from the Wizard of Oz Scarecrow Man dance?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll show you a video. It's like he's like a wiggle guy, a noodle dance. It's real cute. But he did look murdery. He had on like a full like Carhartt jumpsuit. He looked like Michael Myers, but he was Dexter. It was like really a moment for us. Me and Katie like could barely talk. We just like kept looking at each other with wide eyes, like, oh my god, oh my god. And then we look back at him and then look back at each other, like, is this really happening?
And neither of you kissed him?
No, unfortunately, no. He's married right now, but
Um,
yeah, but we would have.
and there was no hanging out? You didn't pull any strings?
We tried. We waited out back for a little bit, but one of his crew guys tried to tell me he left. And I was trying to take her to this bar that was closing. Like we left there at like 1 and I wanted to take her to this bar downtown that closed at 2. So I'm like, if we don't leave now, I'm not gonna get to the bar. And then I swear like 3 people that work at Smalls got a fucking picture with him like right after we left. Like we just missed it. But it's fine. We got a ton of videos and pictures of him performing and it was super fun.
Were they selling merch and stuff there?
They were, and I didn't get a fucking shirt, and now I want to order one. I wish I would have got one. I'm an idiot. I was just like trying to save money. I'm freshly back from my trip. I have no money. I haven't went back to work yet. I've been off work for a month and a half. So I was trying to save money, but now that I'm home, I'm like, I should have got the fucking shirt. But I'm sure I can order one. But it was really fun. Sunday, we tried to get you to hang out again, but you said no.
Nope.
Nope. And then me and Katie I took her to the Heidelberg Project, which is like a public crazy street. It's really hard to explain. It's
a large scale art project that takes up almost a whole neighborhood, and it's all found objects and old toys and painted fences and painted buildings, and you walk through an art project.
That was like a perfect explanation. Thank you for taking the wheel there. But it's really great if you've never seen it before. And I haven't been there in a while, and there was a bunch of stuff that was different and new. They have this little stained glass chapel thing, and they have like a new house that they're working on, and she really liked it. And then we went to the Whitney and went to the Ghost Bar, which is like, would you say it's like considered the most haunted place in Detroit?
It's probably the most well-known haunted place in Detroit. It's been on Ghost Hunters, and they used to do ghost hunting events there, and all of the chefs used to have good stories. Well, the service industry people that I knew that worked there always had good stories about it.
Yeah, and it's like, aside from that, it's like visually like stunning. It's like historic, and there's lots of woodwork and stained glass and crazy like lighting. So we went there. We went up to the Ghost Bar. We had a martini called the Witch's Brew. I think it was called the Witching Hour. The Witching Hour martini, so good. So that was sick. And then I took her to Eminem's weird little spaghetti restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti. Yes, that exists in the world. And you walk up to a window in the alley next to the Fillmore. There's a pass window, and you order your spaghetti at the window. But then you can go in and eat. And then upstairs at Mom's Spaghetti, there's like a huge scale like real trailer, like part of a trailer, and you go in it and you can buy merch, and there's like one of his costumes from one of his music videos and some other shit. It was actually really fun, and the spaghetti place has vegan meatballs.
And do they make you throw up Mom's Spaghetti on your shirt?
No, they don't. I bet people probably do, like for a photo.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Absolutely.
It was hot as balls. Somebody probably did throw up, but it was really good. And then what the fuck did we do on Monday? You hung out on Monday. What did we do?
You guys just came over, didn't you?
Is that it?
No. We went to Gus's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we went over. We stopped at your house. Go ahead.
You came over my house, and I shocked Katie with the turn of the century Violet Ray machine.
As one does.
And then we went to Gus's and had drinks.
Yeah, but then we left you there. Where did we go? Oh, I had to take her to the airport.
You took her to the airport. I got really drunk, and then I broke the law.
Wait, we took Katie to the goth sex shop. Then we went to our favorite bar, Gus's, and we had some bevies. And then I took her to the airport. Then our town's historic theater that you grew up going to, there was a battle over it for a while. We thought it was going to be saved. It didn't get saved. It got knocked the fuck down on Monday. And I said, we have to get a piece of it. And I thought this was going to be like a weeks long project for us. And then
whenever they do anything in Royal Oak, it takes years.
Yes.
Years.
But I meant I thought like me and you over the next few nights would maybe go. And then you called me at 1 a.m, wasted. And you're like, I got it was a big brick.
Allegedly. This is all alleged.
This is what allegedly. I imagine happened.
Yes, this is what you imagined happened.
Is that you maybe possibly scaled a fence
Yes, in dress clothes and a tie.
Yes, while wasted, and it wasn't even it wasn't late enough for anyone to be doing this.
No, it would have been in your imagination around 10:30.
Yeah, and it would have been like not on the most populated corner of our downtown.
Right.
And maybe you or someone saw other people in the building.
I I imagine that I could have seen other people in the building.
And you being a gentleman might have held the fence down so they could get in and out, and then they hoed you or someone else and didn't
Yeah, the
hold
way it would go down specifically in my mind, had I had done this, what I would have looked at the fencing. It was all would have been properly closed off. The city would have done a great job at that. And then I
Mm,
would have looked for a way to go in had I done this.
mm.
And if I saw someone in there, I would help them get out. And instead of them helping me get in, typical John life, they would take off running, and then I would have to do it myself,
So rude.
allegedly.
And then allegedly, you called me after walking a mile with a giant piece of a building, and then me or someone, or who knows who, picked you or someone up at the gas station,
Mm,
and I maybe got a piece of it.
maybe.
Maybe.
I used to go to the Main Art Theater to see Saturday matinees. I remember seeing It Conquered the World and It Came from Outer Space in 3D. I even got 3D glasses when I was a kid. I think my sister and my brother-in-law went on their first date there.
That's so cute. And your sister wrote us the cutest review I've ever read on our podcast reviews. And then I didn't even notice who wrote it. You're like, that's my sister. I'm like, oh yeah. I didn't even look at the name. I just read it.
Well, that'll be a little mystery for people to figure out which review my sister wrote.
Shout out to your witchy sister, my favorite person. Okay, so yeah, so we did that. But I just remembered I forgot to say a part about Nope that I realized after I got home a few days later, because I always deep dive movies, or I'll see a weird tweet and I'm like, oh, that was sick, or like put it, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
anyway, there's a weird side story in Nope. Okay, obviously it's a UFO movie, you know that from the fucking trailer, but there's also this weird side story about like a fake sitcom in, what would you say, the 80s?
Yeah, it's supposed to be, I think, the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, so they have this.
It's part of the backstory.
Right. So they have this monkey on the show, and then the monkey goes crazy and fucks everything up. And I'm trying not to ruin it for you. But anyway, so I didn't know. And they keep saying the whole movie that they're trying to get on Oprah or something.
Yes.
So they say Oprah's name like a million times. So anyway, I didn't realize. I just thought this was all fucking imaginary. But Jordan Peele got the story from this fucking lady who was on Oprah in 2009. Her friend owned a chimp, and this lady came over to like see it or babysit or something, and her name was Charla Nash. The monkey fucking ripped her whole face off. Like ripped her face off, bit both of her hands off. And so the lady, there's this long ass interview on YouTube with Oprah. Just search Oprah Charla Nash. So she's got like a veil on and she's got no fucking face. And I watched the whole interview, and then Oprah's like, do you mind if I take the veil off? And then she takes the veil off, and this lady's fucking face, bro. And the craziest part is the monkey destroyed her fucking eyeballs. So she doesn't even know she does not know what her own fucking fucked up face looks like. And then Oprah's like reacting to it, and she's like, I have to tell you, the damage is significant. And she's like, yeah. And the lady has such a fucking good attitude because she can't see. She knows her hands are gone. She knows her eyeballs are gone. But she has no fucking idea what her face looks like. It's fucking wild. So anyway, that story is inspired and woven into Nope because Jordan Peele is a genius. But y'all have to watch the interview on YouTube.
So Jordan Peele is a genius by taking someone else's true story and writing it into his fake story.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking something up for himself.
You know, Tenny, I just think, shut up. I like weird crossover shit with weird events that, I don't know, I just liked it.
Don't look monkeys in the eyes. They don't like it.
I know. And, that was the other thing. Wait, where did I hear
Usually they rip your genitals off. Like if you're a man, they usually go for the genitals first.
Yeah. No, but there was something recently, did you bring this up, or I don't know what's going on in my brain right now, but I remember, you told me that monkeys, didn't you tell me that monkeys are
Monkeys can see red?
Yeah.
Yeah, primates can see red.
Yeah. I don't fucking know what I'm trying to say right now, but anyway.
Did you know about, like, that's why animals think we're blind, like Toad thinks you're blind?
Toad thinks I'm blind.
Yes.
Why?
Because the way that when we were talking in the last episode about dichromatic and trichromatic colors and what dogs can see and what cats can see and how they can't see colors the same way we do.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you look at an animal's eyes in photographs and they flash silver.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you ever catch, if the camera flashes on a dog's eyes, they look silver.
Mm-hmm.
What color do they look like in a human being's eyes?
Red.
Right. So dogs can't see red. They see red as black. And so when animals are looking at other animals, they're looking for a silver eye flash.
Mm.
But human beings, our eyes flash red. And so when they don't see the flash, they think that we can't see them.
You know what's weird though? We've had this conversation before, and Bean's eyes used to do that when they did the flash. They would turn like white in pictures if you take them at the wrong angle or whatever. It looks real weird.
Yeah.
But Toad, and like if you catch them like with a flashlight or like out under a porch light, they get those weird like white eyeballs.
Yep.
It happens to cats too. But listen, Toad has amber colored eyes. His eyes are crazy looking. And when that happens in pictures and outside under weird lights, his eyes are red like a person. He gets that red thing.
I don't know how it works anymore with digital cameras, though.
No, but I can see it with my eyes. I'm saying I can see it looks like a photo of red eyes, but he gets it in real life.
Maybe Toad has human eyeballs.
Maybe he does. You'll have to see it sometimes because it's fucking wild. He gets it outside and I'm like, ew.
Maybe Toad got that lady's eyes from the monkey.
Maybe he did. This is a crazy backstory we're conjuring up.
There's your Jordan Peele movie. There's a dog who gets human eyes.
Ugh, I hate it. There are some of those pictures on Twitter and shit where dogs have like really human eyes.
Well, dogs' faces look more human than cats because dogs can do shit with their eyebrows and cats can't. So like dogs can, when dogs are like, huh? They can raise an eyebrow and it makes them look a lot more human. Like cats, they just close their eyes and go to sleep, or they open up their eyes real wide.
Yeah. I was going to bring up too, since we're talking about Nope so much, you did your famous tweet, and we've talked about this before too, where you ask people, if you got abducted, would you want to remember it or not remember it? Like have it like
erased.
Yeah, like Men in Black where they do that light thing and you can't remember anything.
Yep.
Me and you differ on this. I say I would want to remember it all. You say you wouldn't want to remember anything.
Nope, I don't need to.
That's so wild to me as a researcher and a storyteller and a historian. Like, I would feel like it's my duty to bring this story back or talk about it or report on it or fucking something. Even though I would sound like a crazy person, I'm sure, but it's wild to me that you wouldn't want to retain any information.
It's not that. It's not retaining any information. The question is, if the aliens tell you they're going to do horrible experiments on you, but will leave no physical damage, do you choose to remember that? You'll be able to remember that the implication is that you only don't remember the horrible experiments they're doing to you.
But you remember the abduction?
Sure.
Yeah, but see, that's still hard because I feel like if they were doing fucked up shit, I would have to tell somebody, but...
I mean, did you get your wisdom teeth taken out?
Yeah.
Did they knock you out?
No.
You stayed awake for it?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone out, like whenever any surgery happens, like people have sometimes the option of staying awake through the surgery?
Yeah, I had plastic surgery when I was younger that I was awake for.
Yeah, most people choose to go out.
Yeah, but when you're poor, that costs a lot more. So
that does cost a lot more.
Give it to me.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out while I was awake.
Yeah, but I couldn't feel shit. It was fine. But I have also had my entire body tattooed. So it's like, fucking come at me, bro. Come at me, alien.
I think the worst part of having my wisdom teeth pulled out while I was awake was like watching them break my teeth out of my mouth.
Blech.
Yeah, just listening to the doctor say to the nurse, like, hold his shoulders. This one's going to be a little difficult. And then hearing the tooth crack as it came out of my jaw.
Yeah, hearing anything is bad.
Smelling your teeth burn is bad at the dentist.
Okay, stop. We don't have to do this.
You know that weird bone smell, like when the drill starts drilling in the tooth and you can start to smell? Ooh, it's a bad, weird bone smell.
It is weird. You're only saying this because you've cut up bodies in your backyard and you know what burning bone smells like.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. There's a lot of alleged.
The alleged episode.
It is. The title of this episode is just going to be allegedly.
Allegedly.
Did you see that article about how the British university declared that Loch Ness Monster might be plausible?
Yes, I saw that they have some evidence that perhaps a monster like that could have existed.
Yes, what is it called? Plesiosaur could have
Plesiosaur.
lived in fresh water, and if it did, then that could be Nessie.
Yep, that
Phew.
means that our lake monsters in Michigan could be real too.
Yes. That just reminded me of another thing in Nope. There's another part in Nope where these two coworkers turn to each other and he turns to this girl and he calls her Nessie. It's like another Easter egg. That's so cute to me. Jordan Peele likes cryptids. Pass it on.
Don't really consider those Easter eggs,
Whatever. A lot of people might have just heard her name and not noticed it.
I guess.
Anyway, I hope Loch Ness is real. I hope they find some more stuff about that. I like when more people can have a reason to believe in our weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said on Twitter earlier this week, though, because I was watching some people fight about whether orbs are ghosts or not.
Oh, I saw some orb shit too. Why?
I don't know. But then I had a tweet about like, if I said something like, if you think that ghost people arguing with each other over ghosts are real or not can be frustrating, you've never listened to Oxfordians and Stratfordians having debates, which are people who believe that William Shakespeare wrote William Shakespeare and people who believe that William Shakespeare didn't write William Shakespeare. You can go down a rabbit hole on YouTube and watch hundreds, not if not thousands of hours of people debating whether or not William Shakespeare was real.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah. Some people think that William Shakespeare was the 17th Earl of Oxford.
And that he didn't write, or that
That they think that the 17th Earl of Oxford, those people are called Oxfordians. They believe that he wrote everything under the pen name William Shakespeare.
also I think Shakespeare didn't exist.
Right.
Well, what the fuck? It doesn't matter though. The story still came out. Who gives a fuck?
That's what I mean. That's what's so crazy. If you think that like Bigfooters and UFOers and ghost people arguing over the existence of life after death, or maybe there's a big animal we haven't discovered, or if there's life in the universe, if you think those conversations can get pedantic and boring, you have not watched 17 hours of people arguing over whether or not William Shakespeare was real.
And you know what that is? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, William Shakespeare is a guy, but do we know? Maybe we don't. Maybe we do. Isn't he buried somewhere?
There's the huge, that's one of the things that they argue about. There's nobody knows where he's buried.
Well, that's weird.
And there's a part of it. The only reason that I know anything about it was I was talking to someone about John Dee, who was an occultist back in the 16th century, who was the occultist for like the Queen of England. And when you look at what's called Shakespeare's first folio, the first book of Shakespeare's writing, people think that John Dee actually designed the inside. And so there's all sorts of like occult symbols that you can draw connecting letters together, which is what I do in my posters. Like I do it for fun in my posters where I put little hidden puzzles in there.
Yeah.
And so like Oxfordians are like John Dee hid secret messages in Shakespeare so that we would know that Shakespeare wasn't real.
That's weird. I mean, part of me does want to get all into that now, but it's just like
You do not. You do not.
I don't have the time. Maybe they'll make a Netflix documentary about it sooner or later and I can just knock it out.
Then you could watch it, yes.
There's a new Netflix documentary out about, do you ever remember that Is Anyone Up website? You probably did not.
No idea.
It's this website that went around in the time span that they were saying it existed in does not seem, it seemed like it was around way before it was, but it was like, I think they were saying it was around like 10 years ago, but it seems like it was like a million years ago. Anyway, this fucking gross scene guy. Basically, you know how like there was like emo kids and punk kids and whatever. So they would all, it was like at the beginning of like nudes, like when people had the earliest cell phones and they would send each other shit, blah, blah, blah. This guy ran like the first revenge porn website and would put people's nudes up on the website and then not take them down. And the entire fucking website was just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling of people's nudes. And next to their nudes, it would have their Facebook pages, their everything pages, their fucking address, and he would not take it down. And there was no law against it at the time. So it was called Is Anyone Up? And you would, I remember it, like my friends that would go to shows and stuff, they'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm on Is Anyone Up? Like it was like a real fear that if you, whatever. So anyway, there's a big Netflix doc about it now. It's called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. It's about a guy called Hunter Moore. It's really fucking nauseating because he's just horrible and he doesn't feel bad about any of it, but it gets really satisfying at the end. It was a really good watch. But I swear there's no way to get across to people what a real fear it was, because like you would know like 5 or 6 people that got put up there and there was nothing you could do. I mean, obviously the thing to do would be not to send your nudes to people, but it gets to, I don't want to fucking ruin the doc, but basically he was like hacking people to get their nudes, and it goes into that and how it got like fixed, and it's fucking wild. So I binged that the other night till 5 in the morning. It's only 3 episodes, but yeah, it's called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. He's the fucking worst, and he's still a guy. He's still around. He's fucking gross.
What was the name of the guy? I think he went to jail, but I don't think he is in jail anymore. What was the name of the Girls Gone Wild guy?
Oh yeah.
Remember
I
that?
don't know. Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a really long time.
Right? Didn't he get sued by a bunch of people and go to jail or something?
I feel like that would have been like branched off of his Anyone Up. I feel like maybe that guy did that right after. Or maybe before. I don't remember. I gotta look up this timeline now.
Do you remember how fucking big Girls Gone Wild was?
Would people get those was that a VHS?
Yes. Yes.
People would get people's party videos of people flashing on a fucking, put it in your VCR.
3 hours of drunk girls showing their boobs
Oh.
for 3 seconds.
I fucking forgot all about Girls Gone Wild. Holy shit. Holy shit. Toad, cover your ears.
No
Yeah.
one knew that we were going to live in a world where 24 hours a day you could just go on the internet and type giant penis.
You could go on your phone.
Yeah. And just have so much that you couldn't look at it in your whole life
Yep. For free.
for free.
No VHS required.
I actually did web design for a company that did porn probably in like 2003.
What?
And it was just such a scam because like they were all those like original porn websites, they were just digitizing VHS porn, and then you could like buy a membership on their site for like $9 a month to look at porn.
Yeah.
And I remember telling that guy, like, someday this is like, you can't keep this locked down. Like, someday this will all just be free.
Yeah. Yeah, like when people's celebrity sex tapes started getting out and the shit was just everywhere on like celebrity blogs. You didn't even have to go to a porn site. You could just go to a blog.
Yep.
Fucked up. Fucked up. Do you want to know another thing that I binged in the last couple weeks?
Pizza.
What? Yeah, I've eaten pizza. I ate, guess what? All day today, all I ate today was 5 bagels. That's it. I ate 3 bagels when I woke up and ate 2 bagels for dinner. That's all I've eaten is bread. Anyway, there's a show, it's on HBO Max, I think. It's called F-Boy Island, aka Fuckboy Island. It's from the producers of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Basically, it's like almost like an MTV version of The Bachelor Bachelorette. It's fucking trashy as fuck. There's like the setup is there's been 2 seasons so far, and I binged both of them, obviously. Well, the second one is still going. There's 3 girls that are available, right? And there's a million guys, not a million, but enough. And you have to, when you start the show, you don't know if they're a fuckboy or a nice guy. Right? So they're dating them, they're trying to find love, blah, blah, blah. And then it gets to the end, and like, so you choose the guy, right? And you don't know if they're a fuckboy or a nice guy or whatever. So then the guy can choose to take the money and fucking dump your ass, and then you get no money. Or if the guy agrees to be like, okay, I do think we have a future, let's walk off into the sunset together, then you split the money.
Right.
But it's so fucking good. It's so addictive. Me and Bex and Katie, it's all we talk about. It's all we watch. It's called F-Boy Island. And I know Allie's watching it too. It's so good. You would love it. If you obviously love the Bachelor format. It's so good.
I will perhaps watch it.
Yes.
I will allegedly watch it.
Allegedly, I will watch this trash television that you speak of. It's so good. It's so satisfying. That's what I was telling them. I'm like, you guys, even before I Googled it, I'm like, you guys, this is literally the format of the fucking Bachelor. Why don't you guys watch The Bachelor? And then I Googled it and I'm like, it's from the fucking people who made The Bachelor. I knew it. It's good though. And Nikki Glazer, you know that comedian who does the roasts and shit?
Yes.
She's the host and she's real good. She'll just tell them shitty stuff, tell them they're pieces of shit.
Maybe I'll wait for it to come out on DVD and send it to my dad.
Oh my God, he would love Fuckboy Island, dude. He would.
My dad came to stay with me for 3 days.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm so glad he didn't stay longer for your sanity.
He basically showed up just so he could like raid my garage. He took a lot of stuff out of my garage. He took all my wood scraps. He took like, I don't even know what he took. Just endless. He filled up the whole minivan with stuff out of my garage. And then he hung out with a couple of his older friends. And then he was like, peace, see you later.
But also, he didn't even ask. You just like discovered him looting your garage.
Yeah, I mean, he came down. I went out to see where he was. He was gone at one of his friend's house. And then I came and looked in the backyard about an hour later. And he was just his minivan was just full of stuff from my garage.
Well, it's a good thing I got that wood from out of there before he took it all.
And then because he was at my house, he has the internet because he doesn't have internet up north. And so he spent all of his time watching videos on YouTube. And the next morning he was crushed because he had discovered, this is what he said to me. He goes, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm heartbroken. And I said, why are you heartbroken? And he said, did you know that Kristen Stewart is gay?
Oh, buddy. Buddy.
And I said, yes, I know that.
Aw.
Because my dad is a big Twilight fan.
Yeah, he is.
And he thought Edward and Bella were in love in real life.
Well, he can watch the Vampire Diaries and fall in love with that girl.
It's so funny. But that was like the one thing that he takes away from looking at the internet for 2 days.
Kristen Stewart is cute.
It's so funny.
That is really funny. And then the other thing that happened is what did you do to your bathroom?
I painted my bathroom pink.
Allegedly.
No, it's fucking pink. That's a true.
It is. And we were saying that on a past episode, we talked about Baker Miller pink, which I discovered was the color that they paint psychiatric hospitals and drunk tanks and shit, because a certain shade of pink will make you feel happy for a while. But then if you stay in it for too long, you start to go a little bit nuts. And now your bathroom is psychiatric ward pink.
It is. That way I can feel happy when I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
And I can feel happy when I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And if I come home drunk, I can lay on the floor for a few minutes in there and calm down.
Yeah. I swear I was in my bathroom today and I'm like, maybe I'll paint my bathroom pink. Like, what else am I going to do with it?
I have like a half gallon of pink paint.
I have no idea what I want to do to it yet. I just need a new shower.
Did you win the $1 billion in the lotto?
I did not. We have to admit on here that we are not billionaires, unfortunately.
I did not win.
Yeah, Katie and Bex bought tickets too. They also did not win. Somebody in Illinois won, so good for them. I hope I know them. I probably don't.
I bet you they're just a horrible person.
They were just rich. They probably just own a high rise.
Just horrible. Did you see that guy who bought $50,000 worth of tickets?
Yeah, was that the employees guy?
I don't know, but none of them won.
Yeah, I saw something where like instead of giving your employees a bonus, they just like bought lottery tickets. I'm like, what a fucking idiot.
That's the worst.
That is the worst. That's infuriating.
Instead of paying you really well, I'm going to give you a $1 lottery ticket.
Yeah, that we're not going to win. Did you see, we talked about it on here. We glossed over it a little bit because I didn't even know what the fuck to really say about it. But okay, so a couple weeks ago now, somebody bombed the Georgia Guidestones, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, they called it like America's Stonehenge, but it really wasn't. It wasn't like natural rocks and it wasn't cool. It was just like a piece of shit.
Yes.
Roadside thing that looked like
built by a weird eugenic racist.
Yeah, it looked like a presidential monument in a circle. It did not in any way look like ancient and cool. Anyway, so did you hear? Okay, there was a time capsule under it. This thing was built 42 years ago, which is not that old. They put a time capsule under it. Did you read what was in it?
No, I have not read what was in it. I do not know what was allegedly in that time capsule.
I'm going to tell you because I fucking died. So they broke open this time capsule. The only things that were in the time capsule that was buried 42 years ago were a single 8-track tape of Saturday Night Fever. Allegedly. A Peterbilt emblem. Okay.
Great.
An October 1979 Playboy magazine signed by Burt Reynolds. I swear I wish I was lying, but I'm not fucking lying about it.
That's unbelievable.
And a bag containing 1,734 Quaaludes.
That's amazing.
This is the best story you've ever heard.
Nothing sums up 42 years ago than an autographed Playboy of Burt Reynolds, a bag of Quaaludes, and an 8-track tape.
Crying. They're like, the sheriff's office has allowed the Historical Society to maintain control of the magazine, the tape, and the Peterbilt emblem, but the Quaalude pills will be placed in our evidence locker in Gainesville. Allegedly. Okay. The Gainesville cops are fucking having a Girls Gone Wild rager.
All hopped up on Georgia Guidestone Quaaludes.
Oh my God. I'm like, are you fucking joking? This is the best story that ever happened. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so glad you didn't know already.
What would you put in your time capsule?
Let's see.
Give me 3 things you'd put in your time capsule.
Okay. Well, okay, there's two ways to go about a time capsule. Do you do it of like your like the time, like civilization at the time, or I do it as a person, like them remembering me?
It's your time capsule. It's not going to be open for 100 years.
100 years. I don't know, that's hard. What would you put?
Oh, I have no idea. I'd probably put like a book of some of my drawings and writings in there. I have tons of that I could just throw in there.
It's a good idea.
And then probably maybe soup.
I was just gonna say a soup can. I swear I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it. I was.
A sandwich, a
Good.
bologna sandwich.
Gross. I feel like I'd want to put like a cell phone or something, like an iPhone. Like, okay, and then the other thing is, it's like, are you trying to get them to remember you, or are you possibly trying to help them in whatever state they're in? I don't
Right.
I don't know. That's really hard. I've never thought of it before. I guess a book would be a good idea though, because in 100 years, who knows if there's gonna be fucking physical media anymore?
Yeah, books might be gone.
I don't know. I can't.
I'd probably just throw a bunch of my books and drawings in there and call it a day.
Yeah,
Like, what do I care? I'm not going to know.
I know, right? I'm like really like trying to think about it long and hard right now.
Put one of my toes in there, maybe.
Ew.
Well, you never know. See, that's the other thing too that you got to think about. Like, I've watched enough science fiction movies to where it's like 50,000 years in the future and they find someone's DNA and they can reconstruct the person from the strand of DNA and then the person comes back to life. So like maybe you want to put something in there that like when they find it 50,000 years from now, they can be like, oh, we can take this one piece of DNA and reconstruct the person. And then you're alive 50,000 years in the future.
Yeah, well, we just put like a vial of our blood and our spit in there.
Just put all your liquids in there.
Gross. I have like more stuff to talk about, but I feel like we already talked about so much stuff in this episode. I don't want to like unleash all my shit.
That's fine. You can unleash next time.
We're gonna be at Michigan Paracon soon in what, 3 weeks? Ish?
Something like that. 3 weeks. I have a secret project I have to do, I think in next week or the week after.
Secret project.
Secret
And-
project.
And then we have a secret thing that we're doing.
Yes, in September.
Yeah, people can participate in it. Make sure you guys keep your schedules open for September 4th. It's a Sunday. It's the day before Labor Day. We're going to do something exciting and you guys can participate.
Can't say anymore.
Can't say anymore. But yeah, we'll be at Michigan Paracon in Sault Ste. Marie in a few weeks. We get to say hi to some Pates and some friends and some.
I'm gonna have a 10 birthday celebration.
We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna. Do I gotta get a booster, or doesn't even work anymore?
I don't know. Is it
I
a
don't either.
monkeypox now one?
I don't think the booster that we got before works on the thing that got me and you, the strain that's out now that got me and you sick. I don't think the old vax works on it, and I think they're working on a new one.
For the Ultra Mega OK remix?
Yes. Oh my god. See, they made it sound cool like that. Everybody would go get it.
Right?
It'd be sick. Remix. Bow, 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 bow. But yeah, we can gamble.
Yeah. 10 birthday party.
Yeah, you always win like $300 on the slots.
Am I gonna be 51 or 52 this year?
I think you're turning 51.
Okay.
you
I
are.
really don't know.
I think you are.
What year is this?
22.
I'm 51, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you though? Or are you turning 50?
I told you I don't know.
Are you not 50 yet?
I don't know. Oh no, I'm turning 51.
Are you positive?
Yeah, because the last digit of my birthday, the last digit of the age that I am is -1, the last digit of the year it is.
See, this is funny because you don't think I understand quarters and you don't understand fucking birthdays, so we're even.
No, I'm saying that's how I figure out my birthday. If the last digit of the year is 2, my birthday is -1 of the last digit of 2. So I would be 51 if it's 22.
People don't need to know that much thinking to figure out their birthday normally.
Well, I do because I'm bad at math,
I know. It's fine.
allegedly.
Allegedly. You have to be bad at like one thing. Toady Monk. Toady Monk. Where do you went for a WALK? Oh my god, it's so nice out right now.
It is very nice.
It was like a perfect dog walking weather. Oops, I said the word. He knows we already went. I'm so awake, bro. It's after 2.
I am not awake, bro.
I feel like I could run a marathon right now. Well, I watched all my fights and they were really good, and the last fight was really good. And then I got jacked up, and then I went for a walk.
And then you drank Red Bull.
I'm still drinking it. I should binge another show right
All right, I'm done.
now. Okay.
Let's throw let's throw those 3 advertisers in there at the end.
Again,
Yeah.
AdamBerryApparel.com. Sockdogs.com, oldtownwrestling.com. That one sounded like I was gonna cry.
Old Town Roasting.
Well, should we say another thing? Darcy, our friend Darcy, has a new podcast called Mysteries Decoded.
Yes, she does.
You guys can watch that or listen to that.
Listen
And it's
to
a
that.
show. It's a show on the CW.
On the cow.
And Katie, our homie Katie, got interviewed by Bloody Disgusting on Wednesday, and she's going to be in an article soon or a video. I don't know what they're doing, but that's sick as fuck. Katie's blowing up.
Katie's blowing up. I'm done.
I thought I had like one more thing to tell you.
No, you're done.
Wait, when are we hanging out next?
Oh, well, we have to figure out. I want to have a garage sale this month.
You do?
I do.
Yes, finally, we can get money.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, that reminded me of one other thing. We have to do a Patreon live video hang soon.
Okay, that's fine.
We haven't done one in a while. We'll do one before Paracon and just tell them a bunch of secrets.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. I started a Amazon storefront thing so I can suggest like books and tarot decks and stuff to people. So that's in my bio in our socials. And I also put a button to send Toad a toy. If anybody wants to send Toad a toy, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, because people have asked me, they're like, can you just make a button or something I can send Toad a toy if I feel like it? I'm like, yes. So now there's a button in my link tree, in my social, on all my pages, my Instagram and my Twitter, and blah, 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 blah.
You could have suggested my book in your suggested books on Amazon.
I was going to ask you if you wanted me to.
No, that's all right. Forget it.
Because I didn't know if you...
No, that's all right. Forget it.
I swear I was going to ask, but I didn't know if you thought it would be weird.
I don't need it.
Don't give me any shit.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye.
Why make that breathing sound?